everyone, CTNtechnologynews here, and today I'm talking about why you should get Apple's new iPad Air. Now, it's been a while since Apple delivered a complete redesign of the iPad. The last redesign was the iPad 2 in 2010, which took the original iPad's more box-like design and replaced it with tapered edges, which was a radical step away from its predecessor. Now with the 5th generation iPad, Apple is altering the design again, and it's about time too. Now, with the 5th generation of the iPad line, Apple has delivered a proper exterior redesign, crafting a substantially thinner and lighter tablet that finally eliminates the huge bezels on either side of the tablet. Now, that means that the tablet is significantly lighter and smaller than its predecessor, and despite this significant exterior reduction, the iPad Air maintains the battery life of its predecessor and offers significantly better performance. Now, although this iPad isn't a complete redesign of the previous model like I might have been hoping for, it still is a solid competitor in the tablet market, which is shifting more and more to cheaper options like the Nexus 7, the Kindle Fire HD-X, and other 7-inch tablets that, people might not want to pay for a full-size tablet, but it will instead go for a slightly smaller version for a much cheaper price tag. Now, although Apple is still by far the premium option for tablets, the iPad Air is worth the money if you're willing to spend it. Now, to start with, it's a lot smaller than the previous version, as I already mentioned. Now, it may not seem like such a big deal to you, but seriously, it actually does feel a lot smaller in your hands. It's not yet iPad mini size, but it will feel smaller, especially if you've used a previous generation iPad. Now, also, as I already said, Apple has kept the battery life the same on this tablet, but the performance on this tablet is so much better. It's about twice as fast as the previous model, and benchmarks are confirming what Apple said about its speed. Now, this is actually really fast. It might not sound like it again, but this speed is almost as fast as you might find on like a low-end computer, and that's actually saying a fair bit. Now, as far as the price tag, Apple has gone with the same price tag as previous models, starting at $499 for the base 16GB Wi-Fi only model, with additional memory options coming in at $100 more each time. Now, the cellular counterparts of the Wi-Fi only models will cost $130 more respectively, which is, again, a premium price, but one that I'm willing to pay for such a good tablet. Now, again, this is not a big revolution from its predecessor. It's not like the Microsoft Surface, which is trying to do something entirely different. It's trying to combine your PC tablet experience into one. Apple's not doing that here. It's more of just a solid upgrade over its predecessor. Apple's done a good job, I think, about keeping the iPad, a tablet that people will want for doing lightweight tasks on, like gaming or possibly taking notes, not for doing heavy work like word processing or spreadsheet editing or something like that. If you're in the market for something that can play apps or can just browse the web, the iPad Air is clearly for you. If you're in the market for something more than that, I would go with one of Apple's Macs or possibly a Windows PC. It's really your choice. I really think that Apple has done the right thing with the iPad Air, and I know I'm saying this a lot, but I don't always say this about Apple products. The iPhone 5S, for instance, I believe Apple went in the wrong direction with, or at least I believe they didn't add enough to the iPhone 5S to make it a good upgrade from the iPhone 5. Besides Touch ID and iOS 7, which you can get on previous models anyway, the iPhone 5S just didn't feel that new, and I personally did not recommend the iPhone 5S. The same goes for Apple's iPad mini with Retina display, which they also released at the October 2013 iPad event. The iPad mini with Retina display costs $400, and that's for the base model. That's for 16GB of storage, and that's about twice as much as Google's similarly sized Nexus 7. That's just not a good deal, and I would not recommend the iPad mini with Retina display. If you're in the market for an Apple device, I think the iPad Air is the best way you can go right now. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this brief opinions video of mine, and I'll see you next time. Bye!